So good morning children. So let us move on. So we were discussing about natural resources and we discussed the importance of the atmosphere, how it is acting like a shield and a blanket and helps in supply of important gases which are needed for the survival of life. So now let us just talk about the movement of the air. Now you all have learned that air moves from one place to another. But the question comes, how does this air move? The movement of air is brought all due to the uneven heating of the Earth's surface. Now when we say Earth's surface, Earth has two main large bodies. One is the water body and the land mass. So what happens is that when Earth is getting heated, the soil is going to be heated much faster than the water. So land, remember children, you all have learned about this land breeze and sea breeze in your 7th class. So land gets heated faster and cools down faster. But whereas water gets heated up slowly and cools down slowly. So now during daytime, let us see during daytime what happens. During daytime, the land and water both get heated, but the rate of heating or the specific heat of land is very less, hence its temperature rises faster when compared to water. So and you all know, since it is heated, the heat is also going to be re-radiated. So the air which is heated above the land becomes very lighter and start raising upwards. Okay, and since it is more warmer than the air above the water, this warm air from land moves towards the sea, and the air above the water, which is cooler and heavier, will move towards the land. So this is only called as what? A sea breeze. Sea, the name itself says the direction. Sea means from sea to land. And when does it happen? During daytime. So hot air from land raises up, being lighter, and moves towards the water body. And whereas the cool air from the seas and oceans, being heavier, moves to occupy the empty space over the land. Then come during night. During night, what happens? As I told you, the water heats up slowly, cools down slowly. Land heats up faster, cools down faster. So, during night time, the air above the land will cool down very quickly. Hence, it will be heavier and it will be on the surface. Whereas, the air above the water is still warmer. Hence, being lighter, it raises up and starts moving towards the land. And thereby the cool air above the land moves towards the sea. And this is called as what? Land breeze, from land to sea. And thereby results in what? The movement of air. So just remember children, it is only because of this uneven heating of the masses on the Earth's surface that we are able to see the free movement of air. It is not that all the time we feel the warm air or we feel the cool air. Sometimes it is the cool breeze, sometimes it is the warm breeze. And it is all because of the uneven heating. And what will happen when this air is getting heated up? It will result in the creation of convection currents. You all have learned about the convection, isn't it? The movement of the heated particles, or the movement of the particles. So if you see now children, the warm air will be rising up, and when it raises, it creates an empty space, okay, which is also called as which is going to lead to a empty space, which will be occupied by the cool air, which is heavier and comes to the surface. Okay, air cools and sinks. So there would be this constant occurrence of the convection currents, which results in the movement of air from one place to another. Now this movement of air is only responsible not only for the occurrences of breezes, storms, winds, but also it is responsible for the occurrence of rain. About that we'll discuss in the next class. So now you see children, how is this movement of air occurring? It is due to uneven heating by the sun, which causes the changes of atmospheric pressure. So wind blows from regions with high pressure to those with low pressure. Now where is this low pressure, children? Where the empty space is created due to warm air rising up. Okay, and high pressure is where the air is very cool. Okay, so now not only it is uneven heating of the earth, but also there are two other important factors which influence the movement of wind. One, the rotation of the earth, and as well as the presence of mountain ranges, because the mountains are going to block the movement of winds, and it is because of this factor only, children, India is protected from the very chilled Siberian winds coming from Russia due to the presence of the huge Himalayan mountains. So we should be thankful. Had there been no Himalayas, those Siberian cold winds would have blown all over the Indian subcontinent and would have brought the temperature to a very low level as in Siberia. But only thankfully, because of this Himalayan mountain ranges, we are safeguarded from these chill winds. Now, as we said that the warm air is going to raise up. Now, children, the air is not only heated by earth, by the sun during daytime, but it is also heated up due to some other factors, and the very most dangerous factor is the air pollution. Very often you might have seen this scenario in our cities, isn't it? So how come these gas are exhausted, how they are given out? Due to the burning of the fossil fuels. So when they burn, they are going to release more number of harmful gases, which may contain the oxides of sulfur, carbon and nitrogen. This, as they are heated up, they start raising into the surface, and when they raise onto the surface, they form a very thick cloud, and which makes the visibility very poor. So what happened? These are some of the unburnt suspended particles which remain on the earth's surface for a very long time. These are the unburned, and what are these unburned suspended particles called as hydrocarbons, and which remain in the atmosphere at a lower levels for a very long time. So then definitely it will have an impact on our environment, on human body. Yes. So what would be the impact? It will of course affect the health, especially our respiratory system. Then our eyes, the two most sensitive parts of the body which are targeted by harmful air is one, our respiratory system, and the other our eyes and skin. Skin may lead to allergies, and eyes we may have an effect on our vision. Then same is the impact on animals as well. Plants, because due to the deposition of these harmful gases, they cannot exchange gases and then cannot perform photosynthesis. Then as I told, it may contain oxides of carbon as well, which will result in global warming, and in turn it may also lead to the ozone depletion due to harmful chlorofluorocarbons, and also it results in acid rain. So you see now, children, what are the effects on the environment. Now every year you all must be hearing the news during January and February, especially in the northern part of India. You see that the complete state of Delhi, Haryana, UP will be covered by thick fog. Now, is it fog? It's not fog, children, but it is a smog. And what is that smog? Smog is the combination of fog and smoke. Okay, and thereby it will coat the city, which makes the visibility very poor. So that's why during winter we see often the news coming as the trains getting delayed, the flights getting delayed, or the flights being cancelled, trains being cancelled. And it is all because of this smog, which will block the visibility. Not only it will block the visibility, but it will also have an impact on our eyes and our health. So that's why, children, we have to have an control on the air pollution. So how the air results in the occurrence of rain, we will be discussing in the next session. Hope you will be revising this thoroughly. Thank you. Have a good day.